So last weekend, my roommates and I decided to have a classic steak night, because we're sophisticated adults who appreciate fine cuisine and totally not just looking for an excuse to eat red meat and avoid doing dishes. My friend Greg, who once ate a raw potato because he thought it was a rustic apple, announced that he'd learned a revolutionary new way to cook steak. No grill. No pan. No problem, he said, holding up his girlfriend's $300 hairdryer like it was Excalibur. Mildly intrigued, and honestly a bit worried for the hairdryer, we let him explain his blow-dry searing method, insisting it was all the rage on some obscure YouTube channel hosted by a guy with suspiciously shiny hair. At first, it seemed like it might actually work. Greg seasoned the steaks, placed them carefully on a wire rack, and proceeded to blast them with the hairdryer on turbo mode. The kitchen filled with the bizarre aroma of beef and burnt split ends, and every 5 minutes Greg would flip the steaks and dramatically shout, "It's all about airflow." Meanwhile, the rest of us debated whether this was genius or a cry for help as Greg explained how the ionic technology locks in the juices. I started googling can hair dryers melt steak fat? And how to get beef smell out of Dyson filter. Things took a turn when the circuit breaker tripped and all the lights went out, leaving us in darkness with the faint glow of Greg's culinary ambition. As we scrambled to reset the power, the smoke alarm began screaming and the neighbor's dog started howling in what I can only describe as beef-induced panic. 5 minutes later, the fire department showed up, responding to what they described as reports of suspicious sizzling and hair product fragrances. Greg tried to explain his innovative cooking technique to the firefighters, who mostly just looked bewildered and slightly hungry. In the end, the firemen shut down Operation Hair Steak, but not before Greg, ever the optimist, served us each a slice of what can only be described as lukewarm, wind-chapped beef. As we all chewed in silence, one firefighter looked at Greg and said, "Next time, just stick to pan searing, buddy. Unless you're opening a salon, then you can call it blow-drying brisket."